Well, shit. Howdy ho, and welcome to this is 2 nights in a row of Pardon Me, Alex. Aren't you lucky?
What would y'all do without these entertaining episodes?
Hello, hello, and hello. Yeah, so back at it again. Here to talk about the GCU game where we played at GCU in Phoenix, Arizona on Saturday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, we're not going to beat around the bush. We're just going to hop right into it. And then eventually, at some point, we will have a little guest pop in whenever they are available. So we may start talking and then divert into talking to this individual and or maybe done by the time they log on. Don't know. Just depends. So let's just hop.
I will dive right in. So
dive right in, rip the Band-Aid.
Yeah, right off. Seinfeld reference. So like Alex said, Saturday, March 2nd, we played at the GCU Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. Background matchup history going into this game, we had 2 wins, 2 losses, so evenly split. Our last matchup was an L at home in January by just 2 points.
Very close game, very hotly contested game for sure.
It's a close one. So again, we only had 2 wins. So the largest margin of victory between those two was in 22. We beat them 71-46. I mean, where have those days gone?
What happened?
The smallest margin of victory was last season, 73-68. I'm going to go ahead and start in on the game notes. Whenever our special guest is ready, we'll talk about the WAC standings and the resume seeding and all that stuff. So we had same starters we've had the last few games: Trell, Frank, Nana, Matt, Jalil. We did lose 80-58. Their attendance was 7,388.
Was a pretty big crowd.
Yeah, a smidge more than the capacity of William R. Johnson, but hadn't been at capacity in years.
Yeah, this game was on ESPNU, and obviously everybody knows that GCU comes out in droves no matter what. But again, it was on ESPNU, so it was going to be extra packed, extra rowdy, extra everything. So, yeah, we knew this was going to be a tough one, people. We knew this was going to be a hard game to get the dub in, especially playing there. When we played them here, like Jacqueline said, I mean, that game was such a close game. Like, should not have lost that game. You can go back and listen to our podcast about that one if you truly want to. But all in all, we should not have lost that game. This game, we knew this was going to be a challenge.
Yeah. So let's jump right into Sean Kennedy's stat section. They're actually a little better than the stats from the CBU game.
I know, which is wild.
Still not great. But so field goal percentage, 35.4. I think it was a smidge higher for CBU. I think it was like 37, but not far off. Our 3-point percentage was great, 41.2. That's a good percentage. Our free throws were better, but still not good, 63%. Our points in the paint were not good at all. 16 points in the paint.
Oh God.
Points off turnovers, good, 20. Second chance points, only 8. Fast break points, only 5. Bench points, only 7. Yeah, not many there. Our total rebounds, we had 32, which was dead even with them, actually. We had 15 offensive boards and 17 defensive boards. We had 19 fouls, 15 turnovers, which isn't like the worst, really.
No.
They had 11, so little less than us. We had 7 steals and 0 blocks. Our game leaders, we had Trell again leading the way, high point with 18 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 rebound. So again, everything but a block on this game.
Yep.
Frank, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist. Also everything but a block. And then we had Nana with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Who's your player of the game for this one, Alex? I think we probably have the same.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's going to be Trell. Just again, last game when we played CBU, he was outstanding, and he just continued that constant, just even in a loss such as this. I mean, he performs well, which is great. But I will give a special shout out to Frank. I think this is a great thing to see from Frank, especially later on in the season. Really, really, really need him to step up and create points and create opportunities like he did during this game. Obviously, again, I know we lost, but still seeing Frank with double digits, getting in there, getting a lot of minutes. I mean, he played for, 22 minutes. So love to see that. I need to see more from Frank, but Trell definitely player of the game for me.
I agree. And yeah, Frank had a great game too. So nothing to miss there. Do we want to do the Robisms before feats of strength and
Probably. Real quick though, Dennis, DDT, tough loss, looked legit for 12 minutes. I concur. Losing AJ really shows up. Not even saying anything about Day. Can we get an
anti-injury shot?
Anti-injury shot next season? Yeah, I would love if that was something that somebody could get out there and create. I would honestly put all the money I have in under my name towards that.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah, no, I agree. We looked great. We looked like we were going to stay with them for at least the majority of the first half of the game. And then just really kind of fell off towards the end of the first half. And then obviously into the second half, the wheels fell off. But, yeah, the very beginning of the game, like DDT said, the first 12 minutes looked solid.
Yeah, I thought, oh, maybe. So you're saying there's a chance, or maybe it just won't be as bad. I mean, I was a little hopeful.
Yeah, no, I was too, just because I was sitting there watching it. It was birthday night, so it was crazy night at the brewery. I turned it on right at 9:00, and was trying to watch it and be as present watching the game as possible. But yeah, no, I was getting very, I don't know, that first half, I was like, okay, this is not bad. We're actually had a lead for a little bit, and then they came back, and I mean, it kept it close. And then, of course, I really couldn't pinpoint or give you an exact moment when things just kind of clicked off for us. Don't really know what that kind of catalyst was specifically. I don't know if it was a specific person or play that just, again, just kind of things started going downhill. But when it comes down to it, I mean, GCU's the top team in the league for a reason. Yeah. I mean, there's really not much you can say about it other than the fact that there's a reason why they're the number one team in the league. There's a reason why they, have been blowing teams out of the water. There's a reason. They're just a good team. There's a good team. No hate, no shade. There's a good team. They have all of their weapons, and we're -2. So, yeah.
I agree. All right, so let's have a little lightheartedness with the Robisms.
Yeah, I want to hear what Rob Myers had to say during this game.
He was cracking me up. I mean, he started right from the jump. He was giving shade on the refs before we even got started. So that he says one of the refs' name, I don't remember, and I'm not, whatever, I don't care. But so I'm not trying to specifically call out a ref. But he said one of the refs' names, and then he's like, well, I do call out one of them later, but anyway.
It's okay.
So one of the refs' names, and then he's like, he's like, yeah, you've seen this ref on a few games, maybe too many games, some might argue.
Oh my God.
And he says the next dude's name, and he's like, and this guy, never seen him before, so we'll see. then, then he says, like right out the gate, because I guess whatever.
Whatever.
The some of the calls did not seem to be very consistent. So he's like, well, the rules are different in Texas, or different in Arizona than they are in Texas.
Shocker there that the rules are just different, and yeah. Shocker.
The ref that he shaded at the very beginning, saying maybe too many games, some might say.
That's
the tech was called on Frank,
which was okay. I'll save that.
That's a major grievance. I even texted Richard Parton, and he's like, there was next to nothing there.
Nothing
to call tech for.
I'll save that. But
Tech happens, and he says, Tech, we get a tech, and guess who called it? Grant Jeffries.
Calling out by name is sending me over the edge. That's so wild.
He's like, guess who? Then everyone's gonna love this one. He's like, talking about how great the crowd is, that there's a lot of people there, they're very into it. Then he's like, the crowd is very orchestrated and paid for.
Damn. Oh, Rob, not wrong.
He's like, for some of these students, this is literally their student job, is to get paid to come to the game.
This is their work study.
I'm like, I'm glad someone said it.
Damn.
Then we finally make it to halftime, which I think about halfway through is when, the ship started to sink. The Titanic's going down. We've hit the iceberg.
We're playing the violin and the cello. Like, we're done.
We're going down.
Yeah.
He says, we've mercifully come to the end of the first half.
Oh no.
So that was it. But oh man, they were good ones. Good ones.
Hi, Hunter.
Bad words in Lopeland is a no-no. Did you learn this from experience, Hunter?
Are you referring to the technical? Is that why?
The thing is, his lips weren't even moving when the camera zoomed in on him. Like, I didn't see him say anything.
Yeah. Many more context, Hunter. And if you don't want to post it on here, you can just text me.
It can't have anything to do with the tech, because here's the thing. Lopeland and the officiating crew from itty freaking where in America don't have anything to do with each other. Okay, well, there's a story there. We're going to find out later.
We'll find out more about that. And yeah, but still, like, that's wild, because I'm sorry. Let's go back to let's go back to the UTA game where you have the head coach literally screaming across this court below the whistle and throwing shit and then not getting a technical. Yeah. But yet in Lopeland, apparently, allegedly, someone may say a bad word and a technical? Give me.
I don't think his comment has to do with the tech. I think it's a different story.
I hope not, because that would be the wildest thing.
Because I literally didn't see a thing, but we'll hash that out more when we get to the grievances.
He must be a ventriloquist if they're saying that he said a bad word or something. You know what I mean? He threw his voice.
Okay. What feats of strength? There's not going to be many, but let's talk about the ones we had.
We have some. We have a few.
Trell did make a 3 right out the gate.
Yep.
Then he got a mid-range 2 jumper. I mean, like we said at the beginning, I was like, oh.
The game was very similar to the CBU game, starting off quick, starting off fast, getting points, getting out to a little bit of not a huge lead, but a little bit of a lead, and keeping up with them kind of tit for tat. So again, I was very, very excited about that. And I know everybody else watching as well was. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I will say I even though the free throw percentage wasn't outstanding, but it was better than previous games. And there was a bunch of people that were 100% with their free throws. I say a bunch, I mean
Well,
two. Um,
oh yeah, Matt and Nana.
Matt and Nana. So shout out to them for being 100%. I mean, Frank only missed one, Trell missed two, which is very, very, very rare for Trell to miss any free throws.
It was.
So I remember distinctly when he was missing a couple free throws, I think in the CBU game, they were like, holy crap, he missed it. Like even the announcers were shocked. So again, that doesn't happen very often. So take advantage of that when you can, you a-holes. What else we got?
So okay, the like I said when we went through Sean Kennedy's stat section, our 3-point percentage was great, and we had several guys doing really. Frank 3 of 4 from the 3, Trell 2 of 5, Nana 2 of 3. I mean, we had a lot of guys shooting pretty good from the 3-point line.
Absolutely. I mean, no, it wasn't horrible. Again, with the 3-point percentage, I was getting tongue tied.
I think 3 threes in a game is the most threes that Frank's made in a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Nana 2 of 3, that's great.
I agree. Let's see up here. The points off turnovers was higher as well, so I will give him that. So that was nice. Let's see here. And then going back out, looking up at the stats, having 3 players in double digits is great. Anytime that happens, I get very, I like it. I love it. Want to see more of it. But yeah, this was another one of those games where there were a bunch of zeros on the board all across the the stat sheet here, which isn't ideal.
I do want to say though, we had a pretty good rebounding game. I know I said that we were tied with them, but we had several dudes who pulled down quite a few rebounds. We had Jaleel leading the way with 6.
Good point.
Casey and Jelani both had 5. Matt had 4. I am going to say Clayton only had 2, but the 2 that he pulled down, he like really fought for. Because I made it was enough that I made a note about it.
Yeah, good point. Absolutely.
So that was good. They really shut down Jaleel because he only had 2 points this game, but it was
a
so that was nice. But yeah, they definitely did their homework and had a good scouting report and did not allow him to score much at all, which is definitely why our points in the paint were lower.
Yeah, yeah, that was frustrating for sure. But hey, again, like you said, they did the scouting report and they knew who to shut down, and that was one of them. That was one of the guys. Yeah. Okay.
Jelani did great on tie balls. I swear there were like 2 or 3 in a row where he was like fighting on the floor for a tie ball situation.
Yes.
And my last one to brag on Trell, like we always do. I mean, as every game, the layups that he makes are insane.
Yep.
But the number one play of the game for me of Trell was we always talk about how smart he is, but this was like next level. I was like, oh gosh, it made me so happy that he like saw this coming and thought about it and made it happen. Him giving that pass to Clayton to get foul number 4 on Gabe McLaughlin, I was like, yes.
Yes, that's a good point. I totally
it was like he could
totally forgot.
But he saw Clayton there and knew Gabe had 3 fouls and is like, let's get foul number 4 because we need all the help we can get.
I love that.
It made me so happy.
I love that. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up because, I mean, obviously, as we all know, Gabe is, obviously one of their best players. And any opportunity that we have to shut him down and make sure that he doesn't score, put like a 20 piece on us or something is great. I mean, we literally shut them down to 3 points total this entire game.
Hey, we did do very well shutting him down this game.
Yeah.
We let someone else go off, which
that I know. I was just about to say, yes, we absolutely did our homework and shut down Gabe. We shut down, I mean, Jovan Blackshear, he only had 8 points this game too. But I mean, look at how many players they had playing compared to us. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 players suited up and came into the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 more guys came in and played. Yeah. But yeah, we shut down Gabe, which is nice. I mean, that's a big that's a big stop right there. But yeah, we did let a couple other guys go off and basically let them rule the roost here, which happens.
So,
yeah.
Speaking of, you ready to segue into the grievances?
We are. I am.
After the grievances, we'll have our special guest appear, so hold tight. But
yes,
here we go.
Let's do it.
The airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it.
All right. Okay.
Ooh, I mean, obviously, biggest grievance is the loss, but but yeah, letting the 2 guys go off for, I mean, one guy, Grant Foster, almost 30 points, and Ray Harrison, almost 20 points. That's stunk.
Y'all, the first half, Grant Foster had as many points as our entire team.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not ideal. That's not how you win games, gentlemen.
That's not part of the equation for a winning game, most definitely. So there's, I mean, yeah, that's one of the biggest keys to this loss. Our field goal percentage, again, not great. Our points in the paint were super low.
Our bench points, 7. The
tech, I have no idea. I wish. I still don't know that we would know that much more if we were there in person, because we saw it all and I saw nothing.
I saw yeah. So, and like I said, unless something happened, literally this man whispered it and his lips didn't move, or something happened that we didn't see off screen, which again, I don't know what would have happened. Even in the replay, they re-showed it like twice. No, I didn't see anything. So if anybody has more insider knowledge on that, I would love to know. We would love to know, because
and
wild.
If they thought something happened there that they thought was taunting or showing off or whatever, then where was the tech for the hanging on the rim excessively for GCU? Because they had a literal fast break dunk. No one was there underneath him, and he was swinging off that rim like Tarzan in the jungle. I don't know. I mean, very excessively. So let's be consistent if we're going to hand out texts for whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I agree.
My other ref complaint is number 5. Who's that? I guess is how you say his name. He was holding on to Nana the entire game almost. No whistle. And then they're going to call a hand check foul on us to send GCU into the bonus. And I'm like, again, where's the consistency? This dude is dragging Nana all over the place and not a peep. And then you're going to call the 7th foul on us on a hand check?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just make it make sense.
Again, it goes back to the previous podcast we talked about last night versus CBU. It's just, consistency in calling the game. We're not asking for freebies. We're not asking for, to look the other way. We're just asking for consistent play calling from the beginning of the game to the end of the game and just across the board. Obviously, we know that different referees are going to see different things and it varies by game. Again, I get it. But it just in game, it just sometimes feels it's so wild that I said this last night, one referee group starts the game and then a completely different referee group finishes the game in the second half. And that to me is just mind-boggling. It's just wild. And I know there's this whole concept of home court advantage and this and that, but like, come on.
Yeah, it's a little egregious sometimes, just have to say that.
Yeah.
Another grievance I have of something that they did excellently that we didn't. Check out their free throw percentage. It's 100. And they shot 22 free throws. It's not like they only shot 10 or something. Like
I honestly didn't even recognize that until you just said that. That's
that's 22 points off free throws.
That's almost the ball game right there.
That is the ball game. That would have put a tied ball game. No, I'm not saying that it's possible that they missed all of them. I'm merely just pointing out that that's 22 easy points that we gave them. And meanwhile, we didn't make very many of ours.
Yeah, if, again, we missed 10. If we would have just made those 10, not saying that would have, and they made all theirs, that's not going to win us the game, but it's still going to put us in a better position.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, I think that this bench point number of 7 is really irking me. Really, really irking me. And I don't know why. I don't know why. And the fact that you had 1, 2, 3 guys who played in the game not score anything. Shut down is like, and then you had Jaleel in for 28 minutes, 2 points. Him getting shut down is, again, not how you win a game. Oh, God. That's the frustrating part, I feel like.
My other gripe about what we did that did not help us. How many times this season have we run a zone instead of man? Like you could count it on one hand, okay?
Literally one hand. We did it at the end of the CBU game, I think, in overtime for like 1 minute.
And here we are running this 1-3-1 zone. They are killing us on this 1-3-1 zone. Killing us. And then we use back-to-back timeouts, and I'm pretty sure we were still running the 1-3-1. And I'm like,
yeah,
what have we been doing?
Yeah, what was said in that timeout? Like, why didn't we adjust?
Oh my gosh, they are like,
yeah,
just dissembling this 1-3-1 zone. It is not working.
We're gonna have to switch some things up, babies. What are we doing here? Yeah, I know that was rough. That was rough to watch.
And they weren't great, but like it was not the game plan for this game.
I agree. Well, our special guest has arrived in the waiting room, Jacqueline. So whenever you're ready, finish up.
I'm done with my grievances.
Okay. All right, cool. So gonna bring on our special guest. We've had this person on here before. And really, honestly, we are bringing them on because we just want a little bit of discussion about the standings and about what the heck we need to do and what needs to happen in order for us to get into WAC Vegas and just other WAC Vegas scenarios and things. So without further ado, it's our buddy, it's our friend. We can't wait to see him in a couple days. Kyle.
Hey guys.
Hey.
You know, it always seems to be that we catch this on when I'm traveling somewhere or, on a trip or something or walking or driving. Say hi, Cooper.
Hey.
Hi, Cooper.
That's my little guy. We just got done watching his sister and her little drill team showcase for the season. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
Great.
Well, I'm
So
sure
we're
she
just
did
walking
great.
back to the truck right now. But, yeah. So, Cooper, stay out of the road. Sorry, guys.
Don't go on the road, Cooper.
It's a podcast. It's supposed to be fun. So it's fun when it's walking to the truck and the wind and the cold. And it's actually a clear night tonight. It's kind of nice. But anyways, so let's
That sounds
talk.
great. Yeah. Let's talk because we waited to talk about the WAC hoop standings and everything for you. So currently, SFA is right there on the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams have already secured their WAC Vegas berth, and so there are 2 spots left. What? Give us some scenarios. Let's talk about it.
So it's basically winning you're in, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is for SFA. Winning you're in.
Just one game.
And they got Southern Utah on Thursday, and they got Utah Tech on Saturday. So win one and you're in. Or
Win one.
Win one game.
One game.
Okay.
That's it. One game. Because they already have a 2-game lead over Utah Tech.
Okay.
Right? And so if you win one, and even if Utah Tech wins one,
That's true.
you still have a 2-game lead with 1 game to play. So win and you're in.
Love that.
The other thing is, if Utah Tech loses, to UTRGV on Thursday, I don't know if that's going to happen, but if Utah Tech loses, SFA's in, right? Sorry, the guy lights are off.
You're good. We can hear you. I mean, we would love to see you, but if we hear you, we're good.
It's like I'm in the light here.
There you go.
There's a little bit of light.
Let there be light, Kyle.
Like, what are we doing? But anyways, so for SFA, it's win and you're in, or Utah Tech loses and you're in. Period.
Okay.
Right. So if let's say that CBU, since they're at UT Arlington on Thursday, and then they have Grand Canyon on Saturday.
Right.
So they got to go all the way to Texas, then all the way back to Riverside to host Grand Canyon in a game the Lopes could be playing to win the WAC regular season title, right?
Right.
So that's brutal. First
That
off.
is.
And UTA is playing really well right now. So the other thing to pay attention to is, what was I going to say? If CBU, SFA, and Utah Tech all tie, that means that Utah Tech's going for sure because they swept both SFA and they swept CBU. So they're going for sure. Then, because the Jacks and CBU split the series this year, it comes down to resume seeding. And right now, the Jacks have a lead in the resume seeding system. I'm not sure how much it is, but they have a lead over CBU. So
yeah. So currently in the resume seeding, we're number 5 and CBU is number 8.
What's the difference? What's the point difference? Can you tell me?
Yeah. Point difference. So SFA is at negative 1.82. CBU is at negative 3.74.
Ooh. The thing that here's the thing, and this is something you have to be wary of. I mean, even if CBU wins one of these games they're in, right? Like, so it wouldn't matter when it come down to the standings, but you got to hope, one, that CBU loses both games this week if SFA doesn't win any, because depending on which team CBU beats, that could impact the seeding system because of who SFA plays. If you look at the seeding system, how many points will SFA get for beating Southern Utah or Utah Tech? You probably have it up right now, right?
I do have it pulled up. So let me see. Let me go all the way down to SFA. There we go. Okay, so Southern Utah and Utah Tech. I'm assuming it's the points earned. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes, correct. Yeah, the points are showing.
Okay. So Southern Utah, if we win, it'd be 0.18. And then Utah Tech, it'd be 0.17.
So think about this, you guys. If SFA loses both of those games, that is, let's see, 0.83 and 0.82. So that's 1.65 points. Depending on who CBU beats, if they were to, I shouldn't say, no, it still won't matter. They would still be ahead of CBU if CBU loses. All this tiebreaker stuff with the seeding system bugs me so bad. I'm not going to lie.
Don't even get me started, Kyle. Don't even get me started.
Because it's so, I mean, it used to be that you would, if you had a tie between two teams who split the season series, you would go to the record against the top tier teams, right? Play it all down. And in that regard, if you did that, CBU would actually go instead of SFA if they were to be tied because CBU beat Tarleton.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a plus that they're not doing it that way in case they do tie because – but I just don't know. It could come down. You're hoping that SFA wins on Thursday against Southern Utah to just clinch it, right? That they don't have to worry about – they don't have to worry about Saturday really. You still want to win that game, obviously. It's senior day. But now you're in WAC Vegas. You're kind of setting your seed, right? There's no real move up and down significance there with that game. It's all about Thursday. Win Thursday. I mean, Thursday's huge, not just for SFA, for the CBU women who could clinch their share of the regular season title. I know GCU men will be scoreboard watching because Tarleton plays Utah Valley, and if Tarleton loses that game, GCU clinches at least a share of the WAC regular season title right there with that loss, right? So, like I said, CBU is at UT Arlington. I mean, it's Utah Tech has to win at UTRGV, so it's like Thursday's huge around the league. And you guys know it, especially in NAC, where you just want to clinch it. Like, you just want to say, we're in, period. We're in, and then we'll get to Vegas and see what happens, right?
Yeah, honestly, and that's the thing. Like, we just want the opportunity to just be there, and just see what happens. You're right. And, if we can not have a repeat of last year and go further, 2 thumbs up. Yeah. I think this team just really, really wants to prove to everyone that they're, the whole struggling thing is just a bad speed bump. But it's been a season, Kyle.
Let's look at it this way though, you guys. That 4-game road stretch, at Utah Valley, at Seattle, at CBU, at GCU, they got the win that they needed, though. That was the thing. They didn't go over, okay? And, it was a last-second shot by Krishan Christmas to give the win in overtime, but they got the win that they needed, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't come back 0-4 on that trip. So
Thank
now
God.
they just need 1 out of the last 2 to get to WAC Vegas, which is huge because that was a gauntlet. Here's the other kicker. I think we see a good SFA squad at Vegas, a rested one, because this is the first time in 2 years that they've been home to end the regular season.
That's true.
So
this is true. Yeah, that road stretch, that 4-game road stretch here at the end of the season, that was rough. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. And those 4 teams to go up against, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
absolutely rough.
That's the tiebreaker. Win 1, you're in. If CBU, SFA, and Utah Tech all tie, then it comes down to resume seeding because Utah Tech would obviously be in, and then it becomes between CBU and SFA. And then if SFA and CBU tie, that means they're in, so it wouldn't matter, right? Then their seed would just be based off of the resume seeding system. So,
okay.
Yeah, locked in on Thursday. That's for sure.
Absolutely. I totally agree, Kyle. Man, appreciate that because honestly, I'm sitting here thinking we needed to win both. I mean, obviously, I want to win both and like doubly secure it, but at least just knowing that.
Thank ACU. I know they're not, you're right, kind of a rival, I guess you could say, but thank ACU for beating Utah Tech on Saturday because that made it so you guys only have to win 1 of 2, or Utah Tech has to win both to, get in. So
Love,
we
yeah.
we are friendly rivals with ACU, so we will send those thanks along.
Yes.
Okay.
Send us your T's and P's for Thursday night.
Please.
Our what?
T's and P's. Thoughts and prayers.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. All right.
Come on, Kyle.
I'll see
Give it
what
the
I can do.
times. Give it the
I'll see what I can do.
times. Give it the times.
Okay.
Well, again, thank you, Kyle, so much for popping on and talking a little bit about
I'm
the
sorry
scenarios.
you guys keep catching me on the road. One of these times I'll be in my office and we're gonna be talking and yeah. So I'll see you guys in a few days.
We're the ones that asked you last minute, you know what I mean? And you were so gracious to say yes, you could absolutely hop on.
And we needed expertise because that kind of stuff just makes my head hurt to try to think about.
Yeah. Looking at all of those
Too
like
much math for me.
scenarios, I'm like literally grab my calculator and try and figure this stuff out. Let me just ask Kyle.
It's worse on the women's side, man. It's worse on the women's side.
Really? Yikes.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad our girls are already in it. So anyway,
Yeah.
well, hope you had a great time watching your little girl with her drill team. I'm sure she did great. And thank you to your lovely wife and son for letting us steal you for the past 10 minutes. So
sounds
we
good.
appreciate
I'll see you guys in 8 days.
Okay.
We're excited.
All right, you guys. We'll talk to you after Thursday, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear from us.
You'll hear from us. Yes. All right. Night, Kyle.
All right, see you guys.
Bam. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, what a guy. What a guy.
I know. What a guy. Honestly, that. Whew,
We gotta
okay.
see his wife one day because she's got to be a real gym to,
Yeah.
sit along while we talk about all this.
I know. Bless her. Honestly, got to send her some flowers or something, some chocolate. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I'm glad we had Kyle come on because that honestly made me feel better.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. It was kind of like a little therapy session in a way because like I said, I was sitting here thinking, fuck's sake, we have to win both. I mean, obviously I want to win both games.
Yeah. Would love to.
But the fact that the pressure is only, we got to win one out of the two, at least to guarantee our spot into Vegas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And here's a recap for everyone because I had to go back and kind of look at the schedule to refresh myself of how exactly these games played out. So Southern Utah, who we played Thursday night, which is the one Kyle says we really need to win. We did beat them on the road, only got 2 points. But, I mean, we beat them on the road, so I feel relatively good about that one. Utah Tech, who we play Saturday, we did lose to them, but on the road, only by 5 points. So I think these are two realistic, dubs that we could pull as long as we can just get one.
No, I agree as well. I think, and even with the Southern Utah game, they've been on a 7-game losing streak, and Utah Tech has been on a 5-game losing streak. So here's one of the two things: either they're going to come out swinging, and we're really going to have to buckle down and get to work, or they're already down and out. Like they're already licking their wounds.
Together. Like
100%. 100%.
No in between.
Exactly.
Either they're going to be like 300 or
the
wind is out of the sails and they're done.
And exactly right. I mean, for example, though, I mean, we mentioned this the other night. Southern Utah, I mean, they're down 4 games compared to us and CBU. So, I mean, there's not 4 games left.
Right.
So they're out to just ruin everybody's opportunity at this point. They're out here to make sure that the teams that they have left to play
also don't like it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's what we're kind of dealing with. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that those are the types of conversations that are occurring in the locker room between now and Thursday. Like, listen, guys, we just need to go out there. It's our home court. It's our home. It's the Sawmill. We just need to get out there and play our game and not let teams come in here, try and ruin our opportunity to get to Vegas, because we just need to win one of the two. One of the boys, are you listening to me? Listen, Linda. One of the two, preferably Thursday. so that I don't have to stress on Saturday. Thank you.
I'm hoping that I would think the last 4 games on the road, they're going to be really happy to be at home, because I know how happy I'm going to be. I can't wait to get back in the Sawmill and see our boys live and in person.
It feels like it isn't basketball season anymore or something.
I know, it feels
because
like
it's been 2 weeks since we've been in the Sawmill, and I hate, Lord, the fact that there's...
Besides the fact that we haven't been in there in 2 weeks, we haven't seen our boys in 2 weeks, they better freaking win on Thursday so that they will come over and give us hugs, because we miss them. We haven't seen them in forever. Like, I feel like I don't even know them anymore.
You know what? Regardless, here's the thing. If for some reason, I don't even want to say it. If some reason, whatever reason, I'm leaving the confines of the stands, and I'm gonna just go over to the frickin' tunnel and just get our hugs. Like, I'm tired of this shit.
We absolutely can do that as soon as it's over. We can just
exactly. We can do whatever we want.
I mean, we already did before, but now we surely can.
Tell you what, ain't nobody gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Not a damn thing.
Nope. Anyway, so I'm just anxious. I mean, yes, that helps knowing that we only need one. Obviously want both, but now I'm just anxious because I want Thursday to be here now. I want the game to start and be done and be over with, and just lock this shit up on Thursday.
Same.
You know what I mean? And go into the Saturday game knowing that no matter what happens in this game, we're in Vegas and that it's done, it's secure, and we're moving on and gonna be ready to go next week to hopefully upset some mother truckers in Vegas. That's the perfect scenario for me. And I hope also for the boys as well. So again, if you're listening, pss, 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 tell your cat I said pss, pss, pss.
He's gone now.
Oh shit. Okay. I just want the win. I just want the dub. And I know they do too. I know everybody does. I know Lumberjack Nation, everybody wants the same things we do. So this isn't like it's I'm just talking out my, what. But anywho, so to recap what Kyle talked about, at the moment, we have 2 games left versus Utah Tech and Southern Utah. Those are our final games of the year. We only need to win one of those to clinch a seed to clinch a berth to WAC Vegas. If we win both, even better, baby. If we lose both, knock on wood, everyone. Knock on wood. It's a little bit more of a challenge and a lot more things and moving pieces have
a lot out of a line.
It's literally the meme where it's the girl staring at all of the like mathematical equations.
Yeah.
And they're just like flying in the air. That's exactly what happens if we, for some reason, lose both. And that's knock on wood. I know that's not going to happen. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. If you have any care and feelings for my anxiety in my heart, you won't do that to me. Anywho, so that's a recap of what Kyle talked about. Obviously he said it more eloquently and intelligently because he is like dialed in on this resume seating numbers and all these different things BS. And then also to recap, currently we are number 5 in the resume seating. So we win the games, we get locked in, good to go. And even if we end the season in 6th place, 7th place, whatever, we're going to have a decent seed somewhere in the middle for WAC Vegas. So just got to hope for a good draw and hope we're not playing like GCU or something first round. Anywho, all right. No, that won't happen because if they're number 1 seed, they get a bye. Anyway, whew. I think that's it.
That is it.
Oh, yeah. One word to describe the whole game.
Oh, what did I even put? I don't remember if I put one.
You should just use your little tagline there that you have written under your name.
Oh, yeah. GC Boo.
There you go. I said yikes. That was my little yikes.
Yeah.
Not great. Yikes. But also, I wasn't like a surprise. I hate saying that. Like, but I had a feeling that was going to happen, so I wasn't too pissed off.
No, I mean, yeah, and that's no shade towards our dudes at all.
No.
They're the number one team in the league this year, and
Yeah.
this was the fourth game that we had in a row on the road way
Yeah.
out of state.
Yeah.
It's not ideal
Yeah.
circumstances for a dub.
No, it's not. It's like the
It's
perfect
like a
storm of BS. Yeah, it's not great. But anyway, so that's it for us tonight. As a reminder, 2 home games left, the last 2 games of the season. We got Thursday and Saturday. This upcoming Thursday is against is Thursday the Utah Tech game?
Southern Utah on Thursday.
Southern Utah. Okay, so Southern Utah on Thursday at 6:30.
Which is the one we really need to win.
Correct. Yes. So Southern Utah, 6:30 in the Sawmill. And then Saturday is the last home game of the year, afternoon game versus Utah Tech at 2:00 in the Sawmill. So, Jax, if you're out there and you have nothing to do, which again, it's 2:00. It's 2-hour game. It's a 2-hour game. Like you can take a 2-hour break from doing whatever you're doing. After the game's over on Saturday, I have to go to work anyway at the brewery. So either I'll be going to work real happy or real pissed.
Yeah.
So yay for me.
Then and peas for not only us, but all the patrons of Fredonia Brewery that Alex shows up in a good mood.
Yeah. Also, T's and P's that I show up in a good mood because I would like to get more tips to take to Vegas.
Yeah, that too.
So let's go, Jax. Don't screw me over at work.
Don't do it to us.
Don't do it to me, baby. Don't do it to me. All right. So obviously 2 more home games mean 2 more regular season podcast episodes. Thank you all so much for sticking with us all season. We appreciate it. We love you, and hope you guys have a wonderful night. And as always, hey, axe some Jacks
with Alex and Jax.
Adios.